Weed of the week is one we commonly see in non-crop areas. It's wild 4 o'clock.
All right, Brian, you're gonna hate when I say this, but it's kind of pretty. I don't mind seeing wild 4 o'clock across the road in the neighbor's ditch. However, I don't want it in my ditch because all of a sudden it creeps out into the first few rows of my field, and it's a perennial weed. Now, anytime you've got a perennial, this one isn't super highly competitive. It doesn't spread like wildfire out there, but it still is going to compete in the local area and impact your yield. So if it gets in the wrong spot, we want to try and control it.
Okay, so talking about how to control this in pastures and some of these non-crop areas, usually people will tell us they use 2,4-D. You can absolutely do that, but you got to have the rate high. Dicamba works pretty well too. Personally, I like Distinct even better. When you start thinking about some of the long-term residual products like, let's say, Tordon or Milestone, I think Tordon is fine. Milestone maybe not quite as good, but personally,
Tordon's a little more broad spectrum.
Right.
I agree with you.
I'd rather use 2,4-D.
I'd rather use Roundup, to be honest with you. If you
Well,
get
if
it
you
away
could.
from grass that you want to keep, Roundup works pretty darn nice on wild 4 o'clock. That would be my best solution.
Yeah, so out in a field as a burn down or in Roundup Ready crops, Roundup is a good option. If I'm looking at corn, usually we're talking about verdict down, status, plus maybe a little atrazine post-emerge. In soybeans, I'd probably run with our 3-Pre program. That's a yellow, one of the PPOs, Valor Authority, plus Metribuzin. That'll work pretty well. Post-emerge, you got so many options now in soybeans, in Roundup tolerant crops, Liberty tolerant crops, 2,4-D tolerant crops, Dicamba tolerant crops, lots of choices.
Yeah, and if you really want to save this wild 4 o'clock plant, just dig it up, but make sure you're digging a real big area around it to get all of that root system, and then plant it in your brother's yard.
Oh, one last thing, wheat, I'd start with Sharpen, follow post-emerge with Husky, and that should work pretty well.
That's all the time we have for this week's Weed of the Week, but Iron Talk is coming up next.